In this problem, Kevin and Kyra in a history competition. They face one question each round. If they miss a question, they're out, and the contest will last at least 5 rounds. The probability that they get a question correct is 0.8 for each. Their answers are independent. We want to calculate the conditional probability that both Kevin and Kyra are out by the start of round 5, given that at least one of them participates in round 3. So what this says is they have to be in 3, out by 5. So if we're looking at last survivor, that means that, okay, well, first, the probability that Kevin and Kyra are out by the start of round 5 means that the last survivor, or the last lost, has to occur before 5. But we know that at least one of them participates in round 3. So that means that the last loss has to be after time 2. So it would have to be either round 3 or round 4. Okay, and given that at least one of them participates in round 3, that means they have to survive at least 2 rounds. So the last lost occurs after round 2. Now we look at the probabilities. So this is a conditional probability. So the last lost that happens in round 3 or 4 intersects the last loss after 2 is really the same thing as looking at the probability that the last lost occurs in round 3 or 4, which could be represented as follows. And then we want to divide by the last lost after 2. So that means you want to survive 2 years. So again, this is all in context of the last survivor. So the last survivor has to pass the first 2 rounds. Okay, now we can simplify this. So we know this is true. So that means that we can solve for it as follows. And because these are independent, I can break this up like this. So P0 times P0, which is really probability of surviving round 0 squared. So I could just plug in the values. We know that for each round, the probability of getting advancing to the next round is 0.8. So we're going to square that. And then minus 0.8 squared. And actually this is, I forgot, this is also P0 squared. Okay. So now, I guess this will be to the 4th. Yeah, so this will be 0.8704. So that takes care of these two. And then finally, we want to do the last one. Probability last survivor makes it past round 4. So we're going to use the same formula, but now we're just going to replace the 2's with the 4's. So probability advancing each round is 0.8. We're advancing 4 rounds, so that's to the 4th. Like that. And so final answer is 0.6514. Now we can plug it back into the fraction here. So we get 0.8704 minus 0.6514 all over 0.8704, and the final answer is 0.2516.